So today I will explain you about work of artifice. Okay, so let's get started. So first, look at this. That it is about the poet. So Marge Persley is the poet. Okay, so she was born in Detroit, Michigan. She is an American progressive artivist and writer. Presley was the first member of her family to attend college, winning a scholarship to attend the University of Michigan. Presley developed a love of books when she came down with the German measles and rheumatic fever in her mind in her mid-childhood, and could do little but read. It taught me that there is different world there. Presley, married to her current husband, Era Wood, lives in Wellfleet. Emma Presley designed their home, where the couple has been living since the 1970s. Her work includes Women on the Edge of Time, He, She and It, which won the 1993 Arthur C. Clarke Award, and Gone to the Soldiers, a New York Times bestseller and a sweeping historical novel set during World War III. Presley's work is rooted in her Jewish heritage, communist, social and political activism and feminist ideals. So I hope that this film is easy. This was easy, so I don't have to explain these. Why has the poet chosen the metaphor of a bonsai tree? Bonsai means loss of growth and the freedom. Okay, so a tree that loses growth and freedom. In this poem, people learn that only. It also implies life without space to grow. Okay, and we will also learn that the poet compares bonsai tree to a woman. Okay, so implies life without space to grow. Okay, throughout the work of artifice, an extended metaphor of bonsai tree is used. The bonsai tree represents a woman. So as I said, the poet questions, if women were just material of interior decoration, women were expected to remain confined to the interior and do the household tasks. They were expected to understand their limits and remain tightly tied to their responsibilities or their roots. A bonsai tree's roots and plants are plugged and tightly tied so it does not grow to its real height. Okay, so now I will explain to you line wise. Okay, a work of artifice by Marge Presley. Okay, the bonsai tree in the attractive pot could have grown 80 feet tall on the side of a mountain. Okay, so here the bonsai tree in the attractive pot could have grown 80 feet tall, okay, on the side of the mountain. The poet has chosen the metaphor of a bonsai tree because bonsai are good for decoration and is symbolized as a symbol of a woman. The bonsai tree, like a woman, is attractive and is grown in the pot, which is compared to woman's house where she is confined. Okay, so a bonsai tree in so here the poet told us that bonsai tree could have grown 80 feet tall if it would have been grown on the mountainside. So, also, if a woman is given a chance to show her potentiality, she may be do. Okay? After that, till split by lightning, but a gardener carefully plucked it. It is 9-inch high. Okay, the bonsai tree growing on the side of a mountain is being driven by lightning. Okay, but the bonsai in the pot safe from lightning, just as a woman is safe at home from the outsider invader. Okay, the bonsai is the in a pot is carefully trimmed by the gardener, not only to make it look attractive but also suppressing the height. It is only 9 inches high. This symbolizes the woman being curbed by the males in a male dominating society. Okay, after that, every day as you whistle back the branches, the gardener croons. It is your nature to be small and cozy, domestic and weak. The women are conditioned to live according to the social custom and traditions. The gardener every day trims the branches and croons it. The gardener is the metaphor, the society, and the male members of the family. He sets the rule for the plant. So, also the male member set the rule for the family. A woman is taught to feel cozy in the small space assigned to her. It begins from her father's home and ends at her husband's, just like the gardener tends the tree and turn it into an object or decoration by trimming and plugging it. Okay, so we find that the gardener talking to the bonsai plant to be cozy, small, domestic, weak. All these adjectives are actually made to describe the nature of a woman. A woman confined at home, cozily being weak and small, and we are domestic. Okay? How lucky little tree to have a pot to grow in. With living creature, one must be very early to show off their growth, the bond feet, the trimple brain, the hair in colors, the hand you love to touch. Okay? So, since the gardener considers the tree's nature to be small and helpless, like that of a woman, he also sees that the little tree is fortunate to have a supporting, safe pot in which it can grow. Then he sees that one must start early to drop their growth, as in case of the bonsai tree. He offers example as being binding in the feet of the woman from childhood in Chinese beauty practice, so that the feet remains tiny and delicate looking. Again, we find another practice of curling hair. Both the practices make the women appealing. Okay. Then again another example of crumpled brain, which implies the subjugation of women by men, where women are made weak psychologically and they lose their power of thinking, reasoning. In last two lines, there is a change of tone. The speaker says the men presumably love to touch the hands of the very woman the oppressed. Okay? Just as the gardener who fashions the bonsai tree loves to touch the branches and leave the leaves the bone. Okay? So here the work of artifice. A work of artifice. This artifice means a trickery or use of something intended to deceive. Okay, now whistle means trim. Okay, trims or crave into an object to repeatedly cutting small size from it. Okay, croons. What does this croons mean? Sings or hums in a soft low voice, especially in a sentimental manner. Born feet. What does it mean? Here it means tight-feeted and therefore unable to move freely. And crippled male brain here means a brain that does not work reasonably or in a normal way. Okay, so that's right. Here the theme of the poem is that men are tricky and use a trick to their advantage to manipulate women. They brainwash the woman into believing that they must conform into the wishes of men. So the theme of the poem is suppression of the full potential of women in the society as a result of cultural restriction and gender bias. Okay? Okay. Now I will give you some questions and you have to solve it. And let's see how many answers you can do correctly. So ये है क्वेश्चंस, ठीक है? तो ये आप देख लीजिए और आंसर अपना कमेंट में बताइए. सेव कर लीजिए इसे, स्क्रीनशॉट ऐसे जो भी करना है आप जैसे भी करके कर लीजिए, ठीक है? सो आज के लिए इतना ही रखते हैं. थैंक यू गाइस.